a genocide going on. If you have other ideas how to help, please do share them with us by posting them at textra.podshow.com. Yesterday, Skype introduced an upgrade for Macs, and I really like it. I love Skype, but it's been lacking in the Mac area, and they keep, upgrading the Windows version, so I'm thrilled for some upgrades. The IM client before didn't have any kind of typing indicator when someone else was writing in your IM window, and I think that can be annoying. So now it has that. I'm happy. It even indicates when someone's actually deleting something that they've been writing to you by making the little writing pencil go backwards, so that's kind of a neat thing. It also has a feature that Skype for PCs doesn't have, which is a call forwarding option. So when you're chatting with someone on a VoIP call and then you decide that you want to forward that call along, or maybe it's just an appropriate call for someone else, all you do is transfer the call to another Skype contact and away it goes. Unfortunately, you can't transfer a call to a landline though. That would be cool, but it would raise payment issues, as in, who should pay for that call, or would it charge you, or would it charge the next person? So I can see why that's not an option. Mac users can also join public chats, which they couldn't do before. I'm glad Skype is throwing us Mac people some love, but while they're upgrading, there are a few things that I have on my wish list that I wish they would do. For instance, I don't like having to choose the country every time I open the Call Ordinary Phones window. I have the yearly unlimited calling plan, so I use that a lot. It remembers my country if I've been on Skype for a while, but then if I log off and then log back in again, I again have it to tell it the country to call. Shouldn't it just default to the US if it knows I'm in the US? Also, I wish the program could SMS non-phone numbers, such as, the American Idol voting number or something like that. Not that I watch American Idol. I swear to God I don't. If you live in Staten Island, you can now share your digital photos through your TV cable network, meaning that anyone with your same cable service can view your photos through their set-top TV box. This is kind of a neat thing. It's being launched with Time Warner Cable by a company called Simplestar. Now, Time Warner Cable customers in Hawaii have actually already had this feature since last July, but this is the first rollout in the continent of the United States. And Simplestar says that they're working to roll it out to Comcast and also other cable providers by the summer. Users can just upload their photos to rr.com/photoshowtv and then follow the directions to just share them on the television. Now, once a slideshow is up, it's only available for a limited time on channel 1111. If you're thinking, why do I want to do this? I can just use Flickr. Then think about for a second your non-techie friends and family members. For instance, my mom, Flickr would just string her right out. She would not be able to figure out how to keep up with my photos, but she is well versed in her TV remote. So this is a model of photo sharing that I do think will be popular. The limited time thing is a little lame. I don't know why you would only be able to share your photos for a certain amount of time, but I suspect Simplestar will actually fix that and extend the storage. Also, publishing photos on channel 1111 could be a problem too. Aren't the higher channels for, adult content? Which I swear I don't watch that either. Okay, this next story annoys me. A new study estimates that 1 in 4 teenagers are planning to buy the iPhone when it comes out this summer. So get ready for my when I was a kid 2 miles in the snow rant, because here it comes. At $500, who is going to pay for these phones for teenagers? This is an expensive phone. I can barely afford it. No one bought me cell phones when I was a teenager. In fact, my parents didn't even buy me a car. I worked every day scooping ice cream to pay my car payment, and this is going to date me, but also my pager bill. My parents would have laughed if I asked them for a $500 cell phone as a teenager. Am I really this out of it? Is this just what it's like to be a parent these days? You have to buy exorbitant electronics for your kids? Man, this story is just such good birth control. So I'm very excited about this next segment. We have our first Textra guest. Today we have Sarah Myers, who's the host of Party Crashers, here to talk about viral videos. So Sarah, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, Natalie.
Of course. So tell us what Party Crashers is. I think it's such a fun show.
Party Crashers is a comedy podcast for D7TV.com, and it's about this blonde girl who crashes into parties that she can't get invited to, and she's kind of a Paris Hilton, careless, free spirit, and it's fun. It's gotten a lot of attention in the blogosphere.
And they're mostly tech parties, right? It's about sort of the Hollywood angle in the tech industry.
Mostly, yes. I've crashed a lot of parties, including Yahoo and Google, and I did the TechCrunch party.
Right.
And that's mostly where I have my following, yeah.
Okay, so it's more of a viral video, right, than like a show, or how do you make that distinction?
It's a viral video because it spreads fast. It spreads quickly. It's about getting the news out there as quickly as possible and picking up traction fast, and then keeping that traction going, spreading it over time.
So do you feel like the distribution for popular video is really changing then?
Yeah, the technology is changing, and so TV has to adjust to the technology.
Right.
And so there's many different means of distribution coming out, such as the Slingbox here, where you can take all the media that you have on your TV and you can put it directly onto your PC. You can also put it onto your cell phone, and you can watch it on YouTube. You can watch video wherever you are. It doesn't matter how big the screen is anymore. It's just about getting the information as quick as possible wherever you are. And so the content is changing around that. Everything's changing, and it's really hard to keep up with it. So some people, like Jeff Jarvis, for example, he says that the TV is exploding. And so what he means by that is that it's just going so far and wide. You want the content to go far and wide. And so the model is changing, and it's very interesting, and so I'm excited to see where it's going to turn out in the next 10 years.
Right, so hopefully girls like me and you and all of our other counterparts, just really we try and keep up and do our shows the best we can for TV, for podcasts, for all that stuff. So we're ubiquitous. So tell me a little bit about the Justin TV sticker that you're wearing. I know you're working with Justin. Hopefully he'll come into Textra too.
Yeah, Justin will probably come into Textra, I bet he will. Justin TV is this guy, Justin, and he wears a camera on his head wherever he goes. And he carries a backpack. It's heavy. I picked it up. I was just like, whoa, I can't believe you're actually carrying this backpack around with you. And he can only broadcast live in this area, San Francisco. And it's gotten a lot of traction. They launched about, 3.5 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be working with him to put up new shows on Justin TV and help him with content. Also, Nick Douglas will be working as well on this project.
How fun.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we see you all on Textra. Thanks so much for coming by and being my first guest. I'm really excited.
Yes, thank you.
So everyone watch Party Crashers and watch as much viral video as you can. So that wraps up our show for today. I hope you're checking back regularly because Textra brings you the news as quick as we possibly can. Also, if you want $5 off your order of $30 or more with GoDaddy, put in the code TEXTRA2 in the checkout form. Our next show is next Tuesday, so have a wonderful weekend and I will see you then. I'm Natali Del Conte and that is your Tech Extra.